Hello guys, it's me, Vani. How are ya? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a Thanksgiving inspired look using all of one brand. And of course, I did some damage. I went to Target because what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be testing all of the products in this bag, all from the brand NYX. I don't use a lot of NYX. I think the only items I've ever used from NYX is maybe an eyeliner, which I absolutely love, and the eyebrow glue. But I've never used any of their other things, so we're going to check it out today. If my channel is for you, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so that you never miss another video in the future. Let's get started. First, before we do anything else, you know that I start all of my videos out with a verse of the week. So let's do that. We are actually going to be picking out our verse of the week from this little bread of life item that we got from a store in Grapevine. This is inspirational in a lot of ways because the bread of life, of course, is Jesus Christ himself. So we're going to pick a random verse in here and see what we get. Let's see. Okay, so we have got Psalm 91:11. For he orders his angels to protect you wherever you go. I love that. I love that. God is so good to us every single day, and I am living proof of that. I had a very tumultuous past, and God saved my life. And his angels are with us every single day. So of course today we are doing a look that not only is for Thanksgiving, but you can really essentially wear it to any holiday because we picked a very nude palette. Like I said, we did a Target haul, and of course the brand is NYX. So we are going to test everything from NYX, all the way from their sunscreen to lashes. So let's get started. We're gonna look in this bag, see what we've got, and of course there's a few viral products in here, but everything else I have never used before. So I'm kind of scared. This is the Bear With Me Sunscreen Daily Moisturizing Primer, but we are going to actually combine it with the Bear With Me Hydrating Jelly Primer. Now you guys know I love using jelly primers, especially on the outside where I get the driest. So it'll be interesting to see how one has sunscreen and the other one doesn't. But we're going to try them together and see if the look that we come up with is great. So let's do it. Now with this sunscreen that we got, this says that it has cannabis sativa seed oil in it. I have never used makeup that has this in it, so I'll be interested to see how this works. As well as this primer, the jelly primer that we've got here, it says that it is supposed to extend the wear of your makeup, blurs the appearance of pores, it's non-sticky, lightweight, skin feels refreshed and blends seamlessly. Now the refreshing probably comes from the fact that it's infused with aloe and cucumber, so I'm excited to try these and see if I like them or not. So let's get started with the sunscreen, because you guys know I am a sunscreen stickler. Gotta put your sunscreen on. So let's do that. With this one, because it's a moisturizing cream, we're gonna put it all over the face, as well as the fact that it's sunscreen, so you want full face coverage with sunscreen. So let's go ahead and see how this goes on the face. It definitely smells like sunscreen. There's no two ways about it. I can also smell cucumber in here. So I'm assuming that the cucumber is not only in the jelly primer, but of course it is in this sunscreen too. And again, do not forget your neck. Do not forget your neck. Yeah, that definitely has a very nice consistency. It's not sticky. It doesn't pill like most sunscreens after a while. I like that. It gives a nice little glow to the face too, which is very nice. Okay, now we're going to try the Bear With Me Hydrating Jelly Primer. And typically with jelly primers, I put them on the outside of the face. We'll see how we do with this one. It might be one of those ones where we put it everywhere, so let's see. We're gonna go right in with this. Oh. I don't like that texture. I don't like that texture at all. It really looks like Jell-O. I I don't know if I want to put this on my face. You know what? We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're just going to hope for the best. We're going to hope for the best. We're just, oh no. Okay. I'm just going to put this in my T-zone. I do not like the consistency of this. It literally feels like you are putting Jell-O on your face. The consistency reminds me of Jell-O. Oh, I don't like that at all. Okay, you know the crazy part about this is once you get past the consistency of it, it's not that bad. I don't really see any pore filling properties. Other than the weird texture when you get it, I really don't see much going on with this. But again, we won't really be able to tell what this does until we put foundation on top. So what's weird is that after I actually pulled some of this out, it doesn't even look like I touched it. It went right back to being completely smooth on the top. That's creepy. Anyways, we'll see what it does with foundation. The next thing I got from NYX is the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation. Now, you guys know I am a full coverage girl. I love makeup that goes on and you cannot see my rosacea underneath. So we're going to see how this tests out today. I did get a color that I thought might be too light for me. So if that ever happens to you, don't worry about it. Always get a darker foundation and mix the two. This one is also from NYX. I didn't want to mix it with any of the foundations that I already have that might be darker because of the fact that I wanted to stick with just using NYX. So we are going to mix this, if necessary, with the NYX Bear With Me Blur Foundation. It's a blurring tint foundation, so it's going to be lightweight, but I feel like the color with this might work with this foundation. It says it is up to 24-hour wear with a matte finish. So we're gonna see. I haven't tested this one. I don't think I've ever tested any NYX foundations in the past, so this will be interesting. So let's go ahead and go in. As you guys know, I am obsessed with this brush. It's the only brush I use for foundation, so I know that any of the foundations up there that I have used in the past go on great with this brush. So if this foundation doesn't sit right on my face, we know it's not the brush. We know that it's the foundation or the glop of Jell-O I just put on my face. So let's always shake. Don't do what I'm doing. Put your cap back on and always shake your foundations because you want to make sure that they are nicely combined. And we're going to test to see if this is too light for me or if it's the perfect shade. So let's see. I'm just going to go right in. It is just a smidge too light for me. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put just a drop or two of this on the back of my hand, squirt some of this into it, mix the two together, and then see if that looks a little bit better for my skin. So I'm just going to squirt a little bit of this onto the back of my hand. That's a lot more than a little, but that's okay. And we're just going to sprig, 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 a dab a doop there, and we're going to mix it together. Now we're just going to go in. There we go. That's a little bit better. Now, this claims to be full coverage. It's decent for full coverage. I don't exactly think it's full coverage. Let's see. Let me get the full face on first before we judge it, you know. So I can already tell that I'm not exactly liking the primer under here because of the fact that it's not smoothing, it's not pore filling. I think there are definitely better primers out there than the one that this has. The jelly primer just, it's not right. Again, do not forget your neck. You want it to blend nicely into the rest of your skin. I might have added just a smidge too much of the orange. That's okay, we can fix it. We can fix it. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking this foundation. Usually when you tap your foundation in, you want it to kind of melt into the skin. This isn't doing that. And no, it's not just because of the color. I already know that the color is off. Granted, we can make it work for this video, but it's the consistency of it mixed with the other products. I just don't think they go well together. If I were to zoom you in, which I can't because I don't have a camera like that yet where I can zoom you into my face, but if I could zoom you in, you would be seeing that the foundation is already melting off my face. I don't like that at all. I want it to stick to the primer. I want it to stick to something that I'm already using. This is just not a combination. Right here in my eyebrow, you can see where it is sticking oddly to the primer. We're just gonna keep moving because that's what we do. All right, so we're gonna move on to concealer. This is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Concealer in Vanilla. All right, with concealer, you are always going to apply it under the eyes, in your T-zone, and your chin. All right, that's not too bad. Okay, and then we're gonna put right here on the forehead, down the nose, and on the chin. Now I'm interested to see what this concealer does. So we're going to use our base small brush. Now again, all the tools that I am using today are the same tools we have used for the other two looks that we've done so far. So we know that it's not the tools. If anything doesn't work today, it's because of the makeup. Okay, so you're just gonna dab it as I do, dab, 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 dab. You wanna kind of keep it in the same spot, rotating your brush around. If you just dab in the same spot, you're gonna have lines. You always wanna rotate your brush because that way you get product all over the spot that you want and it's evenly laid out. I usually go from middle of eyebrow around to middle of eyebrow. That way you have a nice arch right here because when you do your contour, you're gonna go right around the top to make your forehead smaller and bring in the sides of your head. So I just keep my concealer right here in the middle. Now with the concealer under your eyes, you just want to kind of tap and rotate your brush as if you're trying to get it into your eye. You wanna do under the eyelashes, and then onto your eyelid. And what this does is it just brings whatever product is extra here, you put it on your eyelid. It'll be the base for any eyeshadow look that you're gonna do. Now, if you have a problem with creasing in your eyes, you wanna be as light as possible with this because I'm gonna show you a trick when we get to the eyeshadow that will help with creasing. This is the first step. You always wanna put some sort of concealer on your eyelid as a base for whatever eyeshadow you're gonna do. And I will show you later on how that works. And don't worry if you do see that there is a crease line appearing as we go through the makeup, that's fine. I'll show you how to get rid of that. So of course, this concealer, so far I'm enjoying it. It's not too bad. The consistency's nice, the color is nice. It is brightening up the areas I want it to brighten up. It's not taking the foundation off the bottom of the face, which I really like. So let's see. Again, you're gonna dab on top and rotate your brush into your eyelid right up to your eyebrow. You wanna conceal the entire eyelid up to your eyebrow and then back down as if you're wanting to put it underneath your eyelashes. Keep rotating that brush to evenly distribute all of the concealer. Perfect. Okay, so that's concealer. I'm not too mad about the concealer. I think so far we are 1 and 3. The primer, the jelly primer, not a fan. The sunscreen, I don't think I'm a fan. I will give it another shot, at least the sunscreen. I do enjoy anything that has cannabis in it, hemp in it, because it's actually really good for your skin. I will give it one more shot, but I don't think that the two go hand in hand. For some reason, there's a weird mixture of things on my face. The foundation isn't really sitting well on the primers, and I'm not really a fan of the foundation either. So far, the only thing that we like from NYX right now is their concealer. That Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer is so far a winner. I am obsessed with the Givenchy setting powder. Now, I am actually going to cheat a little bit and use this today just because I want to be able to bake and set my under eyes, and I will use this because I couldn't find one for NYX. Now, the difference between this and this, which is a setting powder versus an HD finishing powder, is a setting powder is going to lightly set your makeup. It is going to put it into your face, melt it into your skin, and you want that. Now, if you were to try to bake with this, is it going to give you the same effect? No. A finishing powder goes on at the end of your makeup. It's basically that last seal on your makeup before you put setting spray on. Setting powder melts the product into your skin, whereas finishing powder is the cherry on top of a sundae. You want this to finish up your entire face. So, because of the fact that I couldn't find a setting powder by NYX, I'm going to use the Givenchy setting powder just to bake my under eyes. Always make sure that you tap out the creases nicely so that you don't bake that into your eyes. Also, because we haven't done eyeshadow yet, do not put bake on your eyelid. It's not a good idea. As you can see, my eye is already starting to crease with the concealer that we put. That's fine. I'll show you how to get rid of that later. So we're going to go ahead and bake. I'm just going to do my under eyes and my T-zone. The reason I bake my T-zone or put powder on my T-zone is because that's really where I get oily the most. So of course, because I get oily here, I like to put setting powder right where I applied the concealer. Down the nose a little bit, and of course on my chin. All right, now that we've set the face, we are going to move on to contour, blush, and highlight. So for contour, blush, and highlight, I actually found these two items. These are the Wonder Sticks. So we are going to start off with the contour and highlight stick. This is the contour and highlight stick. So on one side, you've got the contour, and on the other side, you've got the highlight. So I'll let you see those. I'm kind of nervous. I've never used this product before, but we're gonna test it together. So this is in the shade medium. All right, let's see. Interesting consistency. I'm interested to see how this blends out. Now, as you can see, my contour goes in kind of a V shape on my face. So what this does is when you blend this out, it lifts your face. If you put contour here and down, it's actually going to drag your face down. You don't want that. Let's try to blend this out. So far, it's blending out nicely, but I don't see much color left. All right, let's try this. It's not very easy to blend out. As you can tell, I'm kind of applying a lot of pressure. It's an immediate no for me. It is an immediate no. Because if you look at my face right now, you can actually see my skin. It took off everything underneath it. All right, so we're just gonna try my dab and pull, which you know is my signature way of doing my contour, where you dab and pull it into your hairline. Right now, all it's doing is taking the foundation off. So if we just dab, 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 dab. This, I don't like it. It's an immediate no for me. And not only is it pulling off the foundation from underneath it, but it's not even leaving that much color behind. So, yeah, no, I don't like this. And I don't have very high hopes for the blush or the highlight. This is my processing face. You know when you just question all of your life choices? This is one of those moments. I don't like the consistency of it. I don't like the texture of it. Color is cute. Let's see if it wins on blendability. Let's see. Nope. It's already a no. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Oh my days. Okay. It blended, but then at the same time also somewhat disappeared. Yeah, not worth it. Wonder Sticks are a no-go for me. Let me put highlight on. It is a gold highlight that disappears. We love that. All right, it's as if I didn't even put highlight on my face. Wonderful. Okay, these are nose as well. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna do the brows. This is the Thick It, Stick It Brow Mascara in the shade Brunette. So we're gonna try that. Now I have nothing on my eyebrows, so let's see what this is like. We're just gonna go in. We're gonna do it. It's got little hairs on it. I don't know how I feel about that. It looks like there's a spider in here and he's been just webbing away. All right, trust the process, right? That's what I was always told. That's what we're gonna do. We are just going to, whoa, okay, already messed up here. All right, cool. That's a no from me, coach. All right, so the palette that we're going to be using today is the NYX Ultimate Palette in the shade Warm Neutrals. As you can see, there is a line of crease from the concealer that we put on earlier. So we're gonna grab a buffing brush, just a whatever buffing brush you want to use. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick the lightest shade. So you can either pick a completely light shade or something close to your skin tone. So I'm actually going to go in with this shade right here, which I think is number 6. These don't actually have shade names on the back, so I'm just going to go in with number 6 because it has a little chart on the back. So I'm going to go in right here with number 6. And we're just going to lightly tap into the product. Always tap on the back to make sure you get the excess product off. And then we're just going to kind of rub it into your eye. And what this does is it becomes your eyeshadow base. Not only that, but you can see that the now crease is gone. So again, I'm just going in light circles all around my eyelid to create a nice base. Later on, I will also show you techniques to pick the perfect concealer for you based on your fine lines and wrinkles. I'll show you that on Instagram. So be sure to go to my Instagram, click the follow button because I am always posting things on there and you never want to miss them. I'm actually going to go into this darker shade right here. This would be number 8. And I'm going to basically put it right on the edge of my eye and just hover in that very spot. Just right here. Now, if you are like me and you have hooded eyes, which I do, so if I look at you kind of down my nose, you can't tell that I have hooded eyes. So when I release my eyebrows, you can tell that if I look at you straight on, you can only see the outside of that shadow that we just put on our eyelid. We need to up the ante on that to make sure that when you put your eyeshadow on, you can actually see the look you're going for. So if you're like me and you have hooded eyes, you want to bring that shadow up right here. It's gonna feel weird because if you're looking like this, you're like, good night. The eyeshadow goes so far up, right? That's a lot of eyeshadow. But when you look straight on, you can actually see the shadow, and that's what you want. You bring it up into your brow bone. That way, when I look at you, you can now see the shadow. Isn't that cool? Pretty cool, huh? We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So now what we're going to do is we're going to actually go into this deeper shade right here. We're going to darken the contour of your eye. So I'm actually going to go in and about right here, we're going to add the darker color. So we're going to go into that, which I think is number 10. Now with this, you're just going to tap on top. Tap on top and then kind of push your brush in, and if you want to look straight ahead at your mirror, you're just going to keep it in that spot. You're not going to rotate it. You're just going up and down, up and down. As you can see, I've got a giant line right there. That's good. That's what you want. I usually bring it and drag it lightly just to buff it out a little bit, and then of course go back on top of your eyelid and dab it down. Just on your eyelid. What we're doing is we're creating more of a contour on your eye so that when you look at somebody, there's now a defined line in that crease. And don't worry if it's messy, we're gonna fix it. It's not a big deal. Perfect. That's all you're gonna do. Now you're gonna repeat that same process on the other side. So we're gonna tap on the outer corner, tap on the outer corner. See how much you've got on there, like it, all right? And now we're going to stick that brush in there And we're gonna go up and down, following the natural contour of your eye, up and down, and then go all the way across. We're going to take the same shade that we just darkened up the eyes with, this one right here, and we're gonna do it underneath the eye. It'll create a nice dramatic look that goes right into the outside of the eye. So we're just gonna go right here, and we're just gonna drag it to the front of the eye and buff it out. So it looks a little crazy right now, but I trust the process, right? So we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Now we're gonna add the shimmer on top of the eyes, and I'm kind of going back and forth. There are a lot of different shimmers in this palette. I'm thinking, kind of feeling this goldish color right here, especially since it's for a Thanksgiving look. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to take my finger, because I've noticed that with brushes it's not the same. So we're gonna just take a finger, rub into that. It's a nice gold color. I like that. We like that. Okay, and we're gonna go right on top of the eyelid, just pressing that nicely down on the eyelid. That's not too bad. That is actually not a bad shimmer. It's not the top ones, but for a simple look, I'm a fan. That's not too bad. I actually might add some of this top white one. We're just gonna add that on top, because you know what? You can never have enough shimmer on your eye, ever. Yeah, that added a little vavoom that we needed. I would say that's actually pretty good. So far out of NYX, this is definitely a winner. I've got 3 eyeliners here, and I'm going to tell you why there's 3 different colors. So white makes your eyes bigger. This kind of cream color brings your eyes out, makes your eyes look brighter. And then this dark color, of course, is going to make your eyes look more dramatic, bring people into your eyes. So I'm going to show you what adding white to your inside waterline on the bottom looks like to make your eyes look bigger, because that's the look we're going for. Of course, with lashes on top of this, you want your eyes to be very dramatic, right? So as you can tell, what the white does is it actually brings more light into your eye and makes your eye look a lot bigger. This is the 2-in-1 adhesive liner. Never used one of these before, so I'm very excited. We're just gonna go right on top, just gonna go right in. Ooh, all right, very pigmented right off the bat. That is not bad. We're gonna do one eye at a time, because I really wanna see if this becomes adhesive. I've never used something like that before, so I'm really interested to see how fast I have to put the lashes on for them to stick. I do have glue if it doesn't work, but we wanna see if it works. So now we're gonna use the volumizing mascara. Let's see if it actually volumizes. This is on the rise, and this is in black. Interesting wand. I don't know if you can see that, but that is very interesting. Okay, let's see. Okay, based on one pass, it's not as volumizing as I thought it was gonna be. I also don't like the rubber applicator. It actually hurts. But we're gonna move on quickly, because we have to put the lashes on, because I don't know how long it takes for this adhesive. I didn't even read the directions, so we're going to be quick about it. Oh, wow. Now it's not holding down the corners as amazingly, but I am kind of shocked that I put that on a minute or 2 ago now, and it's still sticky. In the comments, let me know what mascaras are your favorite. Today, I did get one from a sister in Christ at church from Benefit, and I will be trying that out later on in my channel. I want to do a full face of Benefit one day. But first, I want to know what your favorite mascara is, what you want to see next, how God's blessed you, and your favorite Bible verse. Put all of that in the comments. Leave it for me. I read every single one. All right, so this is the lip pencil. This is the Line Loud in Gold Crusher. It's actually a very pretty nude color. I think it'll go great with some of the colors that we're using. It's also a very smooth formula, which I love. Okay, so far I really like this. Very nice. We're going to try this Smooth Whip. I know it's viral, so we're going to see why. Very nice color. I'm not sure about the consistency. It feels like already dried out matte lipstick. So on top of that, we are going to go in with Straps Off. This is the NYX Lingerie Lip. This is also a matte lipstick. But again, this is a little bit creamier than the Whip, which I get. We're just gonna put that right on top. I really like the doe foot applicator of this, because that way you can line nicely. Also really enjoy the color of this one. I've noticed for me, darker, more vivid colors are way nicer with my skin tone. Anything with an orange undertone for me is an absolute no. Anything with a deep blue undertone, perfect for me. So I actually really, really like this. I also got a Filler Instinct plumping lip polish to go on top of this because I thought glitter is amazing and why not have more of it? Not only on the eyes, but on the lips too. So that's what we're gonna do. Ooh, look how pretty that is. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, what a pretty color. What an absolutely pretty topper to an incredibly nude shade of lipstick. That was a good choice. That was a good choice. With setting spray, I got the NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray for up to 16-hour wear. We're going to shake this up. Ooh, my lips are zinging. Zinging, 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 zinging. Ooh. You're so aggressive. Why are you so aggressive? I'm gonna fix my hair and we'll be right back with ya. Okay, so let's talk about what worked and what didn't. First, we're going to start off with the things that worked because unfortunately it's a smaller list. First, we're going to start off with the setting spray. This is definitely a winner. So far, the way that it dried down definitely makes my face look nice and matte. So I think this is definitely a winner. Of course, the other two things that are a winner are these lipsticks. Obsessed. I love matte lipstick. These are a winner. These are the NYX Lingeries. They're good. Again, lip liners from NYX, very creamy, easy to put on. They don't break apart. Plumping lip gloss polish, Filler Instinct. This is definitely a winner. I think it adds amazing effects to an already great look for your lips. Then, of course, we've got the 3 eyeliners. I know I only used the white one, but I have high hopes for the other 2 because, of course, the white definitely made my eyes look bigger, and we love that. The last thing that I think is a winner is the eyeshadow palette. Very nice eyeshadows inside of this. I'm excited to try out the other ones. None of these broke apart. None of these had a lot of fallout, and I love the way that they blended out on the eye. Now, let's get into the things that did not work. I'm disappointed, but I might try some of these again later. Other things we're just not going to try again. For instance, this sunscreen, I know earlier I thought I might give it another shot. There was nothing to this other than the fact that it gave a nice luminosity to the skin. Not trying this again. The other one I will not be buying ever again and not trying is the Jelly Primer. Not only was it a very weird consistency from the beginning, but it did not allow your makeup to sit very nicely on the face. So that's a no for me as well. Foundation. The Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. If I got it in the right shade, would it have made a difference? I don't think so. This is definitely highlighting the texture in my face. It didn't cover up a lot of my eczema that I have on my face. I'm not a fan of it. This is definitely a no for me. Not gonna buy it again. Not gonna try it again. No. Mixing it with the blur didn't help, made it orange. This also doesn't give a very nice texture to the face. The volumizing mascara, probably a 2 out of 10. It just made my eyelashes go straight across. Will not be purchasing again. No thank you. The Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, it's pretty good. It is not a terrible formula. I think it's pretty good. It brightened up the areas that we wanted. Right now you can see that it's not creasing, which we love, but unfortunately there just are better concealers out there. If you are on a budget, I will say go for this one. It is very creamy. It applies easily, it blends easily, and I have no issues with this. I just wouldn't keep going back to it. I have better concealers in my collection, but if you are on a budget, definitely go buy this. I'm gonna change my mind. This is not a bad one. This goes on the we like side because it is nice. It's a great formula. Will I reach for it again? No. Personally, I feel like I have better concealers, but if you are on a budget, that's a great one to go for. The other 2 things that we are not ever buying again, never trying again, the Wonder Sticks. I was hoping that these would work out just because of the fact that it's so efficient. Having two things in one, you just grab it, there's all your stuff that you need. But it took my foundation off of my face. It didn't blend very well. There wasn't a lot of color left behind after you blended it. So definitely not doing these two again. The Thick It Stick It. No. Their brow glue, phenomenal. I love it. I actually have it here. This, not a fan. I'm not a fan of it. The last thing, which is on my eyes still, is the lashes and the lash adhesive liner. Lashes I will keep because I think that they are phenomenal lashes. Unfortunately, because of this liner adhesive duo, it is not sticking very well. As you can see, I've already got a lash that's coming up and it bothers me. I would rather use actual eyelash adhesive instead of the liner. So the liner is going bye-bye. I am not using that ever again. So we got quite a few things on this side. Overall, NYX makes amazing lip products and great eyeshadows, as well as setting sprays. The other two lip products I didn't really talk about. I will give these Smooth Whips another chance. I'll wear them throughout the week, and if I don't like them, I'll tell you guys on my next video or on an Instagram post. Be sure to go like my Instagram, follow me on Instagram so that you get all of the updates from all of my videos, because of course I put everything there. But I will definitely give these another shot. I will. As far as the overall, overarching, do we like NYX, do we not? Yes and no. I love NYX eyeshadows, eyeliners, lip pencils, and lip products. But as far as the face, no. Now, at this point in the video, you might be asking, well, Vonnie, you forgot the finishing powder. I didn't. I just chose not to use this because of the fact that all the face stuff didn't give me yippee. You know, it didn't give me butterflies. It didn't make me want to try the finishing powder. If the face stuff, at least one or two of the items had been working, I would have tried this. But because of the fact that none of the face stuff really worked for me, I didn't have high hopes for this, so I'm not going to try this on this video. I think that the face didn't need anything else on top of it. Finishing powder would have just highlighted everything that went wrong with the foundation and the blush and the contour, so I didn't actually want to use this. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you always coming and showing up for my videos. If you're new here, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so that you don't miss anything in the future. Also, be sure to follow my Instagram because on there I post polls all the time of what you want to see next. I also post shorts of stuff that's coming in the future. So be sure to follow my Instagram and let me know what you think. In the comments, please be sure to add your favorite Bible verse, what you want to see next, how God blessed you, and what your favorite products were of today. If you like any of them, let me know. Maybe I'll give them another shot. So thanks for watching. I love you. Thanks for joining. God bless, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.